So what a great segue I gave myself at the end of the last chat on chapter 8, because the chapter I mentioned, which was my favorite F word, is the chapter we're talking about now. Chapter 9 is actually the very first chapter I wrote for the book. I was in a coaching call with my editors, and it just kind of came to me. And if you're reading the book front to back, you might notice that the way that it's laid out is a little not as direct in the messaging. I believe that this chapter ended up with 2 key messages in it. One, which is what the F stands for, which is filter. But then 2 is where to find humility, when you find humility, and the significance that it has in being a leader versus a manager. So it wasn't a long chapter, but I shared with you sort of me hitting that pinnacle point in my career, believing I was going to be celebrated from the rooftops, only to be told that I didn't have the skill to do the job that I was already doing. It was kind of a crazy time. But 2 messages here that I want to make sure you walked away with. Filter. Again, filter doesn't mean you're not being authentic. It just means being deliberate in the intention of what you're going to deliver. And then humility is incredibly key to being a leader versus a manager. Managers aren't very humble. They believe that they have this right in this birthright almost that comes with title, versus a leader who understands that what you have comes from your influence and what you do when you lead the way. So hope you enjoyed that little insight. Again, 2 lessons from this chapter, even though it's really, the title's more about filter. Talk to you soon.